Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came to the game just to sit back. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Damu. The hardest part on my tongue, thinking is a warm glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Just throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jerking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the planks, you use Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can throw they like. Up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. High in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A. And I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're from the West Coast right now. Go ahead and get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And today we are taking a look at Critical Drinker. Birdman, talking about that horrible Critical Drinker take for Predator Badlands. And I went and rewatched that last night. And when I tell y'all, that movie is way better because it gives you a sense of, okay, this is not only is this the land, but we're getting to learn more about the Yamcha, the predator species, the way that they operate. Do they show love, affection? It literally tells you in the opening crawl that the predators are the predator. They have no prey. It's the predator. They are the predator. So, and to see the way that this movie, I watched it again last night. And on the biggest screen, I thought IMAX was big. Jeez, I went and seen it at B&B Grand Screen last night at 7:00. When I tell you that screen was huge, I'm talking about, God, dog, I guess it's just like the IMAX. With that, I had to go. I had to travel a little bit to get to a grand screen. That screen is huge. Pause. I don't want nobody thinking that, well, would you like to look at stuff that's huge? Because I know how y'all are in this nasty chat in the morning. But no, so I rewatched it and caught a lot of the things that I didn't see. And yeah, the movie is good. The movie is really good. And again, it makes sense in the realm of Predator. But again, Grifter's got a grift. So now we're about to listen to Birdman's response to this. We did the first one with a high CHD. Now we got Drinker. Utterly Noah. I'm gonna do on Friday because he has one too. He has a tape. So I'm gonna do his on Friday. So yeah. So well, yeah, most definitely. Let's get into it. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant Reacts channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is,
Are you say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
and I got my man. I hate when the weather change. My allergies has been, I'm talking about when you talking about kicking butt, my allergies have been, oh my goodness. My allergies is no like been no joke. Literally since the weather change here. It has been horrible. And it sucks. I hate having my allergies like act a fool like this. Oh, seriously? I guess I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna have to edit. I'm gonna have to make this simple. Up. Oh my God, that's the only. I wish YouTube's titles was a little longer, like 150 characters, but I get it. But when you're doing a series like am I a YouTube grifter, you can't just tell me that's too long. About 4 characters. Give me 4 characters. Give me 4 additional characters. Come on, stop playing. Stop playing. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's all in the house real quick. I had to tag Birdman in this. So that's the reason why when I do it from my phone, I can't tag anybody. So I have to do it once I get to my MacBook. Oh man. It's all in here. Oh, geez. So y'all gotta bear with me. Marley Marr, what's up? Marley Marr. The Arthur Marley Marr over here writing good books. I'm still waiting for my book to come in from Amazon. So as soon as I get it in, I'm most definitely gonna shout it out on the show. Gotta make sure it's straight. Gotta see what side I'm on. But make sure to shout it out on the show. The book should be coming in. I think it comes in today. But I'll make sure to shout it out. Brother Juma, what's up? What's up? Nah, Torian, that's old. That's old Dre Mac. Dre Mac from way back music. I just have to have some type of I was going to put 2 songs. I know y'all hear Hold Up, but it was 2 other songs I was gonna put on here and throw in just to hold music. But I'll see how you guys respond to that, because it's not hyped. It's rap. Rap music. I'm a rapper. What is up, X-Man? Xavier Phoenix, what's up? And oh yeah, again, shout out to Torian Rain Reloaded. He said he's about to be here for 2 hours. Well, I mean, hell, I've been asleep all day, so I'll be all right. Justice No, what's up? Good morning. J.D. Carter was like, hey, not only Birdman got something, Utterly Noah got something. Which one you doing, buddy? Well, you see it. Alvin Rodriguez, what's up, man? What's good? What? I imagine you got me walking around singing Taste the Biscuits, the goodness of the biscuits, taste that honey sauce, taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings separate but equal. Give me that 5-piece meal. Oh, what a deal. Oh man, you better get that taste the biscuits. Hey, look, I'm glad I got you doing something. Priscilla, what's up? Oh man, you gotta taste the biscuits, man. You gotta taste the biscuits. Robert D to admin, good morning. And you already know, smash this like button like Tyrone Magnus and Robert Griffin III smashes those butter biscuits. Get Stevie Knight up in here too. He can't wait to taste the biscuits. Oh man. All right, Tina, aka Minty Gasm, what's up? Just like hump day. He said, what day is it? Mike. What day is it? Hump day. Oh, I've been slacking on editing this damn the new commercial. I've been slacking. That's because my schedule's been all over the place. That's what it is. My schedule's been all over the place. That's what it is. And it sucks. The Sick Horror Kingdom, what's up? And then I got all of this in my, I gotta get some allergy medicine. Oh man. Oh, what's up? Let me see. Andre Ware, what's up? Another biscuit meal. Oh man, Junior Network, what's up? Good morning. Let me see. Yep, dry. You know what he got to. You know what he got to do, Tina. You know what he got to do. All right, Deron, what is up? What's up? Why, my brother? What's up? And shout out to the Jamaicans who made this dark rum too. But I'm feeling it now. Oh my God. I had some drinks before I went to go see Predator Badlands. And dude was like, yo, have you ever had this dark rum? And I got coconut rum up there. I was like, no. And he was like, well, you should put some of this in your cup. Oh boy. Woo. Think it was gonna hit me like that. I still enjoyed it. I watched the movie, but that's a creeper. If you ever had a Moscow Mule, it ain't nothing but lime juice, ginger beer, and vodka. That's why I call it Moscow Mule. Well, I guess they call this a dark and stormy. Yeah, I bet that's why. Because you're gonna be asleep. So they do all the same stuff, except they replace the vodka with the dark rum. And I had 2 cups of those. And yeah, woke up. It was like, wow, I'm still alive. Nah, I just woke. It was just it, man. Once it was over, and I went home, and it hit me, but I was not. Tony Robinson, what's up? He's here like a. Hey, look. I spit hot fire. I spit hot fire. Don't get it twisted. Dre Mac spit bars, son. Did you hear the track? Y'all make sure y'all reading Marley Moore though. It is look, a tricky situation. Make sure you get it. Make sure you get it. A tricky situation. Like I said, the book comes in today. I'm gonna make sure to start reading it because I like to read books, and like I'm one of those people. Once I get a book, I can't put it down. I got to knock it out. So I will knock out that book and I will tell you, Mr. Marley Moore, what I thought about your tricky situations in the books. But hold on, wait a minute, Tony. But you got to understand, I'm the one who put you hear that outro. You get it where I fit in, homie. I told you, I rock no diamonds, but I still shine. You can dig me because my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a damu. The hardest part of my tongue spitting is that raw blue. Do you know the hottest part of the stove is the blue fire, not the top, where the gas and the fire meets? It's the blue. It's the hottest, and that's how hot I am. I spit hot fire. The Cat Show is good to see you in the chat. Hey Dre, did you know Noah also did a video on the same day as Birdman? Crazy. I saw them both uploaded. Well, I'm also going to do his video on Friday. So shout out to you. Nice to see you in the chat. Nice to see you in the chat. But I'm gonna spay. Look, you see, I did High CHD Monday, Birdman Wednesday, and on Friday, my man Idly Noah. So shout out to Idly Noah too. Shout out to him because we had fun in the chat last week. Kendall Jordan, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. I'm glad you in the chat too. You were like, man, I've been late, but I'm glad you are here. All right, Johnny Rastafari, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me see. Yeah, everybody hates. That's one thing. I'm like, man, I hate his voice. His voice is annoying, and then we got to hear it again 3 times. Oh, already did. Yeah. I did a video on that. I did a reaction video to a brother. It's in the stream location. So I think it was like a couple of days back. I mean, a couple weeks back, I did the video to that. Yeah. And dude was going off with facts, and people are still mad about that. So yeah, make sure to check that one out. Check that stream out. We did. It was live. It was hype. You know, it is what it is. Hey, Miss Roberta, you know what? You're all right. I was a little late too. A little late. But it's all good. We all come up as long as you're here. He don't be there when you want to. He's right on time. But yeah. But I just don't I'm not gonna lie. So I do kind of miss Tyrone Magnus and the shenanigans. But I guess there's nothing to latch on to call it woke right now. So, you know, Tyrone ain't got no good stuff for us right now. But I guess Critical Drinker is the one. Critical Drinker is the one. So we are about to transition. You know how we do. We're about to transition over. We got butter biscuits to make. And you already know how I do. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mac Show.
Will be
Right back. It's just your mama's raisin butter biscuits. That's all it is.
Not my mama biscuits.
Whoop de do.
Take a love to a biscuit, man.
Whoop de do.
Okay, so what happened is one time Randy Beeman went on a trip with his dad, and they picked up a lady who wanted to ride home, and this was in Kansas. And she sat in the back seat, and when they got where she wanted to go, they turned around and she was gone. And Randy Beeman's dad talked to the man who lived there and told him what the lady looked like. And the man said, "Oh, that's my wife, but she died 4 years ago." Spooky, huh? Okay, bye.
Whoop de do.
taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Whoop de do.
Good idea. Visiting the circus. Bad idea. Having the circus visit you.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. Let's get this thing started. Game Face Willis, what up? I hope you got it. Don't soggy it too much with butter. Just make sure you got just enough. Cut you a little bit. Put it on the inside of that biscuit. Then put that honey over there. Don't forget, put the honey, all of it. All of the honey on there. Because we about to get into it, because somebody has been dripping themselves and just honey sauce with this mess. I just don't understand. I really don't. I am trying my damnness to understand why these dudes grift the way that they do. I really am. I'm trying my damnness to understand why they do it. I think I need to start grifting. I do. I want 1 million subscribers, damn it. And I want to grift. But nobody would take me. It's funny. I heard MT talking about people grifted. I was like, word. Shout out to MT. But yeah. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's see what the Birdman is talking about, man. Again, shout out to my guy, the Birdman. Shout out to High CHD. Shout out to Idly Noah. They be keeping me on these toes with their videos, man. So let's go.
Predator Badlands has released, and everyone and their mama loves it. Well, everybody except the usual suspects. However, it's another questionable take from Darth Grift that has compelled me to once again fire up the old Microsoft Word program to write this video. Oh, hello there. You're probably wondering why you're in my booth with me right now, and that's because I've been receiving comments like these, accusing me of using an AI voiceover for the sound you hear coming out of my throat right now. Which
it's fun. The things like Maverick 77, what's up? Is the funny part is that I've been following I've been following Birdman for so long. I know this is what his voice sounds like, but for people who just got something to say, or I don't know if it's bots or whatever, I don't know. But for people that got something to say about his voice because he's a black man that talks intelligently, sometimes I wish I could get the ums and you know what I'm saying out of my voice, but I'm from the street, son. I can't help it. But I put this on everything I love. I put this. This is truth. Honest to God's truth. I literally, the first time I heard Birdman, it made me feel a certain way because I was like, I'm just now getting into YouTube at that time, trying to do my videos, and I would listen back and I'm like, this sucks compared to this guy. And honestly, I never looked at it was like, oh, look at Birdman doing. I was like, I got to get better because I see what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I see how he's doing. And that's all it is. When you take inspiration from people, you don't steal from them. You take inspiration, be like, hey, I got to get better. If Birdman was one of those dudes where I'm watching like his content right here, and I'm like, damn, I got to get better. I got to be able to calm down, talk, write, my script or whatever. I just got to do something. This is the Birdman at it again. And again, shout out to the Birdman. Yeah, I got short cuz from the hood. This explain it to you. Oh man, let me tell you about these comic books, son. Let me tell you. Yeah, I sound like the opposite version of Rob from Comics Explained when I get excited.
Is an insult and a compliment at the same time. It's an insult because nobody likes AI, and it's a compliment because you're essentially saying that my voiceover is essentially perfect. Thank you.
This dude's, oh man, my man's asshole. I'm sorry, this I gotta say this, but my man's asshole level is on like 20. He is no. Oh man, I'm gonna try to. Oh God, I'm gonna try to get you. I wish I could be able to move where the comments are at. At least like move it around up or down. But at least I'm trying to put your guys' comments on the screen. So I was thinking about that. I can move it over. So yeah, this is hilarious. Let's keep going. This dude is stupid.
It is something I've spent nearly a decade and about $30,000 dialing in.
Wow.
You see, I'm an actual voice actor. I have an agent and everything. And some of you have already heard some of my work. And that being the case, I use professional recording equipment.
Oh,
this equipment and sound treatment gives me a, for YouTube at least, unusually polished sound that isn't necessary for a YouTube video, but is mandatory for my professional work.
What
and
up, Damon?
I thought I should address this now before this got even more out of hand, because usually what you see when you're listening to me is this guy, and that's because I'm in here reading a script that I wrote off of an iPad. You don't want to see me doing this the entire time, and it would be even more jarring if you saw what my edits look like due to me messing up a line, which happens a lot. Like a lot. Anyway.
That's why it again, Victoria, flex ain't even the word for it. My microphone that messes up every 3 to 4 months costs me $80. $80. It was one of the highest rated microphones for YouTube or whatever. For the cheap amount, it was like not that far from what is that? I forgot the other one. Starts with an S. But yeah, he literally, he has somebody's 2010 used Silverado hanging that he talks through. Just think about that. What up, Otterly Noah? What's up? What up, Aisha? What's up? Yeah, go ahead, come sit down, Otterly. Come sit down. Let's because you're up Friday. I gotta space these out. But yeah, you're up Friday, so just to let you know. But but he gave me, because let me just say this, because I appreciate him for this. I'm gonna shout out Birdman for this, because he was on the live, he was playing Ghost of Yoti, and he was like, I got to give Dre Mac his props because he does this live. He does all his reactions live. And that's, I'm not going to lie, that's hard to do. I'll be honest with you, doing this live, doing a reaction, trying to get everything together, run everything as far as the music and all of that. That's why I get frustrated. Like when my and I should have just went to a faceless picture on the day that I had to use my hotspot because the internet was down. But I'm so much of a perfection. I'm so much of a showman. I want to, get in here and I want to entertain you guys. I want you to get my reaction, all of that. I want to do that. So it frustrates me a lot. Even my own brother called me. Shout out to Rico because he's in the chat right now. Mario Faith Warrior, what's up? Where he says Super Six Shot, that's my brother, Rico. So shout out to my brother Rico. And we were talking about it, and I was like, dude, that makes me mad because I know what I've already got in my head. Like, sometimes things come to me, but I already got in my head how I want my show to go, running it live. You know what I mean? So, and that, learning and perfecting that came from watching Kevin Samuels do it live for so long, and other people just do live streams. But the way that he ran his live stream, that's what I'm saying. If you are wanting to do this YouTube thing and you want to start streaming or you want to be a streamer, start watching people, that are really good streamers, but you want to use a format or a template for. You know what I'm saying? I will make sure to link the Birdman's video, Aisha. I'll make sure to do that. But just use it as like a template. You're not stealing or anything like that. What you're doing is you're just using an example of how to be able to format something that you like and then go forward. And Birdman's not the only one who does voiceovers and tells you about doing sound boosts and editing and all of that. There's another brother who's been doing it on YouTube for years that I learned how to do editing from. You know what I mean? You just learn. So anybody who wants to do this YouTube thing and really wants to like get your own sound, but use certain things, watch these guys. Watch the way they do it and just emulate certain ways, but then put your own flavor to it. I'm trying to tell you, it's the best thing you'll ever do. All right, I done talked enough. Let's get Birdman. Let's get Birdman up in here. Let's go.
Now you know, I am a real person using my real voice. I'm just better at this than a lot of other people, including the drinker.
Life really is a matter of perspective. For example, your boyfriend isn't really a useless, effeminate pussy who makes your skin crawl. He's actually just redefining masculinity.
Bold of you to assume there are women with boyfriends watching your videos, drinker. Or gay men, for that matter. You see, you speak almost exclusively to right-wing incels that couldn't pay women to be with them. One only has to travel over to your neo-Nazi subreddit to see precisely how disgusting your fan base is towards women. Except Sydney Sweeney for a couple of reasons. Which is funny, because all this right-wing support hasn't exactly translated into box office success.
Yo, I think somebody text me and was like, yo, I know how much you capping for Sydney Sweeney, but she over here on the far right-wing the far right wing I don't know, and yeah buddy, she's not a box office draw. Just because you got big boobs doesn't mean you're a box office draw. I just want her to be Power Girl for obvious reasons, but
has it? Anyway, as we all know, women generally dislike right-wing men, which is why the male loneliness epidemic is seemingly self-inflicted. What I'm saying is, invest in Lubriderm long-term.
Or in this case, Predator Badlands isn't actually a goofy buddy comedy complete with cute animal sidekicks, an insecure protagonist with daddy issues who has to learn to connect with his emotions, weightless CGI combat scenes, and wacky banter from a quirky android co-star that feels more like an aborted Mandalorian script than anything to do with the Predator universe.
Baby Chishiro, what's up?
It's actually redefining what a Predator movie should be.
What a complete...
Oh, before he goes, when he talks about, again, I've seen this movie twice in the movies. Twice. The other one is basically an IMAX screen. And when he talks about quirky sidekicks, we're talking about the Wayland autonomy character or whatever, the android that's in here. That's no different than the android from Alien. It's the same thing as from the Wayland Corporation, in which ties into Alien, right? And in this movie, it makes sense. Yeah, Wayland Yutani. But in this movie, it makes sense because if you have a character who's speaking his native language throughout the whole movie, which is the Yautja. Named Deck. He's speaking his native language to the whole. She's literally the exposition. She's the one that that you get, even though you're reading it on screen. She's basically translating it for the audience. She's the exposition for the whole entire. She's telling you the A, the B, and the C, and how he could be able to do something. This and the other. No different than guys who play video games. If you play a video game, there's always a tutorial, or there's always somebody in said video game that's going to be like, hey, you probably want to do this here, you probably want to do that there. Me and my brother was talking about, he was like, hey, you gotta play the Legend of Zelda, I forgot which one we're on. Breath of the Wild he wants me to play Breath of the Wild. And in the game, you run into certain people who gives you exposition to go to the next portion of the thing. That's all it is. It is so funny that a person, you can obviously tell he didn't watch this movie because the cute CGI animal that's in here is a big MacGuffin for the movie. It's not a spoiler. It's a MacGuffin for the movie because you will find out why it's a MacGuffin for the movie once you watch the movie. But no, let's just crap on it and not see it.
Completely uncharitable and myopic take on the plot of this
it is
film.
so much fun.
I mean, saying Deck has daddy issues is an attempt at trivializing an important aspect of Yautja culture that predates this film. Deck in the film is trying to earn his place in his clan while also honoring his brother in the process. And to do that, he needs to bring back a trophy. If he succeeds, he would presumably be taken on a xenomorph hunt and become blooded. The concept of being blooded and unblooded has existed in the comics and novels for decades. The 1994 novel, Prey, Aliens vs. Predator by Steve and Stephanie Perry follows the story of Michiko Noguchi, a human, and Yeyinde, a Yautja warrior that is taking young, unblooded Yautja on their first xenomorph hunt so they can earn their blooded rank. The novel literally mentions that. Yeah, see? It's right there. The novel also shows the concept of a human Yautja alliance, as Yeyinde bloods Michiko after they take down a xenomorph queen, which is why Michiko looks like this. Yeyinde also has thoughts and feelings because being of a sapient species with the ability to create extremely advanced technology, of course he does. My point is, a lot of what we see in this film is already established lore for the Predators. Hell, the fact that Deck is missing a tusk is also from Yeyinde, as that is what Michiko calls the Predator, Broken Tusk. It's even literally the same tusk. The title of Drinker's video exposes that he has no true understanding of this franchise and isn't a reliable resource. Disney did not create these concepts, as they have existed long before Disney acquired Fox.
Now, let me just say this. I believe the Predator and Alien franchise that Disney's acquired has done a better job, I just got to say it, a better job of putting out lore when it comes to these franchises and using lore from the books and everything. Q is on a robot. What's up? Use lore better than even the Disney franchise. And I know we talked about that with the one project with the twin girls, how they went against lore and stuff like that. Well, here's a franchise who's actually using lore. I think they're doing an amazing job with both the Alien and because Alien Earth got renewed for a second season and people are rejoicing. I've still yet to see that show, which I am going to double back and see the show. But that's what I'm saying. There's things there. And because it's so easy to just crap on stuff, this is the way you could pick apart all of these grifters.
Drinker, once again, does not know what he's talking about, yet is speaking as an authority on a topic. And before any of you morons start, I am not suggesting one needs to read a book to understand this movie. I think the movie already explains its themes and plot fairly well. What I am saying is that if you're going to criticize this movie for doing certain things, you might want to actually know if it's breaking its own established lore first. And this information is only a simple Google search away. To suggest any of this is a result of Disney interference is to criticize something that is out of universe. And therefore, it is fair game to bring up supplemental material that debunks that very criticism.
Now, I can't say I was exactly bursting with anticipation when I went into this one, partly because the concept of a Predator movie told from the Predator's point of view felt like a fundamental betrayal of the very thing that makes them compelling, their mystique.
Here is
dumb, because Aliens versus Predator is what? Who was the main I mean, if you go back to the first Alien versus Predator, not Requiem, because that's trash. you kind of find out that the Predator is one of the main protagonists in that movie. You know what I mean? Like, so it's already, as far as like in this medium, it's already been kind of thrown out there for you to be, if you go back and watch this, it kind of already kind of set up, you know, what you would kind of see in this movie. They already did it. So to say, oh, this movie is just losing this mystique and all of this and just a bunch of goop gobbledygook is disingenuous, because we know good and well you don't watch any of this. What's up, Puma Lee? We know good and well you don't watch this stuff. This is not something you will watch. So why, again, talk about it? Because it's easier to crap on stuff than it is to tell the truth. And that's what a grifter is.
The definition of the word mystique. As you can see, this word essentially means something that is mysterious. And after 9 movies, various comic books, and video games, I don't think the Predators and mystique belong in the same sentence. The Predator films have followed a relatively simple formula over the years. Humans find themselves in a situation where they are overmatched technologically and physically, so they have to use their wits to outsmart and outmaneuver an alien whose entire culture is centered on hunting and killing the most dangerous beings in the universe. In other words, these are slasher films, something we have seen many times over the years. Something we haven't seen is a slasher film told from the perspective of the slasher.
Facts.
All right, and a violent nature did it first, and I highly recommend y'all check that out. But my point is, learning about the killer by following the killer is a relatively novel concept, and is part of why this movie works so well.
Yeah.
Hell, this has long been a topic of discussion amongst actual Predator fans, as you can see from this Reddit post. Nice call on this one, by the way. I have no idea why the guy that sits here and claims every Marvel movie is the same is upset that a long-running franchise is switching up the formula and breathing new life into that franchise.
And it's he pulls up the Disney logo. That's just like if we watch, say if we watch Doomsday. Matter of fact, we kind of seen this already with Disney with Endgame. Remember, Infinity War. Infinity War was well received because in that movie, we go on a journey with Thanos. Thanos is the protagonist of that movie, and the Avengers are the antagonists because he has a goal to set. Right? It's not totally in his perspective or his POV, but you get why he did it. You understand his motivations because you take a journey with him. You know what I mean? You take a journey with him. And Deuce, I'm sorry that you hated it. I thought it was awesome.
Oh, wait. Actually, I do.
Partly because those CGI-heavy trailers with the horrible Predator redesign didn't do much to win me over, and partly because of early reviews from intellectual giants like Grace Randolph, who boldly gushed over the film's humanization of the Predator and a possible romantic relationship with a fucking androids.
It's not a... What? Wait a minute. What? The Informant Media, what's up? What? She made a joke. It's not, he doesn't have a girlfriend. I can't. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. There is with the Yautja, it's about a clan or a tribe, right? Clan or a tribe. And even in our own day-to-day basis, I look at this a lot. I created my own family. Is not just the people that's related to you, right? We create our own families, our own tribes, just based on our friends and our social groups that we connect to, right? This is all that was. And she made a joke because that's why she said, which again, me and Grace Randolph don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. But here is clearly a joke. It's clearly sarcasm to me. But
Brinker is referring to this tweet, which he quote tweeted. It's very clear that Grace is making a joke here, something Drinker thinks he does whenever he uses this clip. You see, Drinker really dislikes Grace Randolph, and he has been criticizing her for various different reasons. And frankly, I don't give a shit. I think it's fair to criticize someone or something if they continuously do something worth criticizing.
Exactly.
But strangely, unlike how they treat me, Drinker's fanboys don't call him obsessed with Grace, or Disney, or Rachel Zegler, or Brie Larson, or Daisy Ridley. I guess it's okay when he retreads the same tire topics over and over, huh? Anyway, as I was saying, it's obvious that Grace is teasing anti-woke losers who we have already established are basically undateable.
Facts,
the joke is that Dick has a woman on his back and their woman is named Righty. Somehow, Drinker took this dig at his fan base as her saying the movie hints at a romance between these two characters.
It's not.
Yes, guys, Will Jordan is fucking stupid. Unsurprisingly, that side of the internet also took Grace's joke at face value, and this caused her to make another tweet, doubling down on her own joke, but this time defending the joke with an actual example, which I think was a mistake on her part.
Hold up. Let's just read this real quick, and then probably thank you so very much for the super chat. I'm going to get to your super chat here in just a second. It is blowing my mind. Anyone has a problem with a potential romance between a predator and a synthetic, when not one Marvel fan complained about Wanda and Vision and the comics or the movies. But then again, it wasn't popular to be a hater then. Predator Badlands. Let's also put in mind that they don't have a romantic relationship. They don't. Oh, I want to say so much. I want to say so much. Let me just put it like this. It is hinted at that he sees her not as a tool to get from A to B, but respect. He eventually respected this synthetic. Let's just put it like that. Without getting into spoiler territory or all of that, that's what it is. That's what it is. Went from tool, a means up to an end, to respect. Put it more like that. That's why she's riding on his back, because he was a tool. Just like, again, it's like in Star Wars when you go get a droid. You understand? Then the droid becomes literally part of your family, because you don't look at the droid like a droid anymore. You look at the droid like, this is part of my family. I'm gonna make sure that, you know, R2D2, you know what I'm saying, and all the other, I'm gonna make sure he cool. It's literally the same concept, except she's more advanced than, you know, than the androids in Star Wars. Chris is dumb.
The reason is this makes the first tweet not look like a dig at anti-woke losers, which it very clearly was. All this did was fuel these morons and give them more rage bait for their dying of thirst channels. Grace, sometimes it's okay to shut the fuck up. What Grace does actually say is the following.
All right, so does Elle Fanning's Thea, a Weyland-Yutani synthetic, change Deck? Yes, she does, but that's what happens in a real relationship, romantic or platonic, where you actually listen and respect each other, making a deep connection. How can you not change each other? Otherwise, one person is just the other person's accessory, and that sucks for the person who's the accessory. By the way, in the beginning, Deck insists that Thea is just a tool, so that makes him feel okay about working with her, even though predators hunt alone.
So you see, in Grace's actual review, she doesn't say anything about these characters in the movie being in a romantic relationship.
Because they're not.
She brings up romantic and platonic relationships to state that the dynamic Thea brings to the story is how changes happen between two individuals in real life. She didn't help herself with that follow-up tweet, but she's being mischaracterized by the Drinker here. And her video was out way before Will's was, so he should have seen this already.
Facts. For me, Deuce, I like the tone because it did. This was the science fiction that I've been looking for. This was the I'm gonna just tell you, that was the science fiction I was looking for from Dune. You know, me and Grace, ever since she said was talking about a Decky what's his name? That played Mr. Terrific. Ever since he said his hair was a little too Black Power, I was out. I was completely out. So yeah. But yeah. What was I saying? But Edie Katheki, my fault. But yeah, she said that. I got a short about it. Deuce. That's why I don't fool with Grace anymore. You know what I mean? If she says a black, for one, don't talk about our hair. You have no right to say anything about our hair. And second of all, you talking about it's too Black Power because he has an afro. That's Black Power. So what is going on in your mind to make you think an afro would be too 70s, too retro? What do you want him, the Killmonger? You see what I mean? But again, Deuce, to me, I like this movie because it reminded me it's the fantasy that I wanted. It had, because of the way that they set this up for him to slash and gash through multiple enemies, there's no blood and it makes sense. So you could be able to get away with certain things. If these people would have been real, it would have went straight to R. You know what I mean? So just kind of throw that out there. But again, it reminded me of a comic book. When you read certain comic books, and again, this is a comic channel, talk about comic book movies and stuff like that. You know, when I go into comic book movies, sometimes I wanted the character to act like the comic book. I want the comic book character to translate on the big screen. And that's what I got with this Predator movie. A comic book character turn to life in this particular scenario. What would he do? And I got all of that. And I loved it. I'm surprised too, Aisha. I can't. I'm sorry. After that, I was out.
Anyway, Drinker's tweet is also really dumb. Firstly, he refers to Weyland-Yutani synths
too, Brother
as
Juma,
robots. It would be far more accurate to refer to them as
Project
androids,
X.
a type of robot specifically designed to resemble a human being in form and behavior. Just calling them a robot trivializes their role in the stories they appear in.
I dig it.
I mean, a car is a type of robot, and most of us refer to them as she and her. He then says that robots don't have genders. They very explicitly do. We call this android he, which is a pronoun that refers to the gender of the android. Trust me, Drinker does this subconsciously himself. I don't have to show you video evidence that he refers to the Terminator as he in his videos. You already know that he does. But I'm going to do it anyway.
Then the Apple Genius drops in, and he's a liquid Terminator who can mimic anything or anyone he touches. Because, you know, what else do we really have at this point?
See? Drinker.
What else do you have at this point? His voice is, oh my goodness. Terrible. I can't stand his voice. I just cannot.
Doesn't even believe in Drinker's bullshit. So why do you?
Except for Android 18.
Stuff like this is why women's fiction should be banned.
What even is this? The concept that a biological being has a romantic relationship with a synthetic being is why women's fiction should be banned? So Blade Runner is women's fiction now?
Exactly.
Pretty fucking sure Deckard had a baby with Rachel in that franchise. How about Ex Machina?
Exactly.
Or The Creator? Or any of the thousands of science fiction stories where a man falls in love with an android? This is one of the most common tropes in science fiction. So much so, it could be called a subgenre. What is this man ever talking about?
Jesus, the amount of glazing this film's been getting on social media would have you believe it's the best thing since the 1987 original. In fact, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it's actually better, and it's not even close.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Fuck off, Rotten Tomatoes. This is why nobody listens to professional reviewers anymore. Whatever the cost.
Oh, so because you get 1 million viewers per pop of crap that you put out, they should just listen to you. Rubbish. Like I said, does it have the blood and the guts of a Predator movie if he was hunting humans? No, it doesn't. But when I tell you, this movie for me had me on the edge of my seat I'm trying to tell you, everywhere this guy turned, there was something trying to get him. Everywhere he turned, and that kept me intrigued. You know what I'm saying? You break up the monotony of the predator about to get killed by wilderness is no different than me watching anything that's done in Australia. I don't care if it's Australia in the city or the outback. It's no different. You know what I'm saying? To me, watching countless and countless of videos where animals and humans got to survive there. So this is what it is. And what I liked is that it showed for me, as somebody who don't read Alien or Predator comics or anything like that, it literally tells me exactly the who, what, where, when, and why about their tribe. Just in this. They're a predator species. They do it because that's a part of their nature. They are very intelligent, when it comes to a hunt. They know how to hunt. They know how to lay out the land. They use tools to lay out the land to be able to get from point A to point B to destroy or take what they've hunted and bring it back to the clan. It literally brings you all the way out. Oh, damn it. I forgot. I'm sorry, Pumali. I forgot about your super chat. My bad. Pumali, thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. I can't wait to see what's next for Dex and crew. I can't either. And I want to say that they talked about the big MacGuffin in the movie. I think they talked about that in Predator Killers of Killers. I think that's mentioned, but maybe I'm wrong, because I think one of them was riding one or something, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's a different creature. But let me hook you up, because you already know I got you. It's biscuit time.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Thank you so very much. And Roberta, channel support. Rubbish. It is. What he's talking about is rubbish. This rubbish. I do kind of go around saying that. Rubbish. Hey, fellas, your girl don't make the meal that you like, and she sits down, baby, you can eat. Just turn around, look at her with a smug look and go, rubbish. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, man, thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Oh, man. More biscuits.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Oh, man. Hashtag rubbish. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Instead of selling your soul to your corporate overlords, I hope it was worth it, you bunch of dicks.
Way to reveal you don't know how Rotten Tomatoes works in 2025, even though on their website they explicitly tell you the percentage is the amount of people that gave it a positive score.
Welcome to Rotten Tomatoes, home of the famous tomato meter rating system for nearly every movie or show. So what is the tomato meter, and how can it help you on your quest for the ultimate watch sesh? The tomato meter is our exclusive rating system for movies and shows. Each title's tomato meter score measures the percentage of positive reviews from professional tomato meter approved critics, published in everything from newspapers and magazines to top websites, blogs, and podcasts. The tomato meter includes opinions from thousands of critics from a wide variety of backgrounds and cultural perspectives. We don't pay any of them and don't write reviews ourselves. If 60% or more of the reviews are positive, it's fresh. Less than 60% of the reviews, it's rotten. And if a title reaches 75% or higher on the tomato meter and meets other guidelines, it's certified fresh. Some of the reviews on the tomato meter are submitted directly by tomato meter approved critics, while others are added by staff curators who determine whether they're generally positive or negative. But what if a review seems to land in the middle? Well, in that case, our team needs to vote. We'll even reach out to critics directly for clarification.
And even if you don't trust the professional critics, This is how the audience has ranked the Predator films. The main
Facts.
difference between the two lists is that the first Predator movie is now in 3rd place instead of 5th place, and Prey is 4th instead of 2nd. Otherwise, critics and audiences agree that Badlands, Killers, and Prey are among the best films in the franchise, and Predator 2 and The Predator are the worst films in the franchise. Regardless, the film we are currently talking about is considered the best film in the franchise, according to the audience score, a metric we all already know you accept. And what are you getting mad at Rotten Tomatoes for anyway? The current score it has is from modern critics pumping its score up due to it now being considered a classic. In its time, the film was shit on by critics. Look at your favorite outlet Variety back in the 80s and how back then they thought Predator's action was a compensation for its tissue-thin plot. How about Michael Wilmington's review back in 1987 for the Los Angeles Times, where he stated, Predator has arguably one of the emptiest, feeblest, most derivative scripts ever made as a major studio movie. How about Rita Kimpley's review for the Washington Post, where she says the Predator isn't scary and that scarier critters have checked into roach motels?
Hey, when I tell you, Birdman, when he started throwing uppercuts, he throws uppercuts. Again, this is something that you're not. All the people who defend, who defend. Now, as me being the '80s baby, Swipely, I'm going to be fair. I got to be fair, just from my perspective. When I was growing up, people liked the Predator movie, but some people thought it was dumb because it was Arnold Schwarzenegger and what they felt about his portrayal of the character in the movie. To be fair, and this is me growing up with the franchise from, my uncles and cousins that were older than me. But like, the movie's cool. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger is big. That's with the action star, big dumb hero. That's all it was. It was the big dumb hero. And they was like, it's cool, but you know what I mean? They wasn't written it over and over again, put it like that. Now, I love it because I have a certain nostalgia for it because I was a kid when it came out. So there's a certain level of this movie I really like, but it's not without flaws too. Just like with anything, it's not without flaws. But now I look at it as a classic because there's certain nostalgia to it. But I got to be fair. A lot of people was like, oh, it's cool back then, but they wasn't like it. They wasn't just gushing over it. So, I'm just being honest. If you're from that era, you kind of already know. But I'm going to do this. Allow me to take a quick commercial break for some biscuits, and I'll be right back. Trust me, we'll be right back with the second half because Tori, you told us it's going to be 2 hours. Be right back with more of the Dre Mac Show. Let's go.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Are you going down? Then you gotta know the best way to go. On the down low.
Damn, you banking like that, and you come over here with a biscuit meal, man?
Would you like to take a survey?
No. Elevator go down the hall.
It's you! It's you!
Whoop they do?
We are talking about the same girl.
Okay, well, what do we do? Fight a duel or something?
Well, I don't know. Maybe,
This?
Slower. Bend over.
Studman, what's going on?
Darling, are you all right?
Studman, who was that woman?
That was Professor Haight, disguised as an ugly French lap dancer.
Ugly? She looked beautiful.
I suppose she might have been considered beautiful until you walked in the room.
Oh, Stedman, I've been dreaming of this moment. Come here.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away. Invisible robots!
Invisible robots?
Beep, 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 beep. Look out!
We now return to the Transformers.
Invisible robots get y'all every time. All right. Let's go into the second half of this. Swipe Bleed, what's up? I did shout you out, and I think I see somebody else come through. Gold Duke, what's up? Good. Nice to see you in the chat. Let's keep going.
Well, I can do this all day. Here's a newspaper article by Jack Curry, who states that Predator is a typical Hollywood hybrid of previously successful movies and gave it 1.5 stars.
She's out of 4.
Ouch. Marsha McCready said Arnold looked great, but she would have been better off getting a poster of him in mud than paying $5 for Predator.
That's because at the time, and somebody put it in the comment section, nobody took Arnold as a serious actor. Seriously. And I'm not just being hyperbolic or we have a revisionist history. Nobody took Arnold Schwarzenegger as a serious, bona fide actor. Like, seriously. Somebody put Carl Weathers. Remember, Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed, and then he played in some other stuff. He was Action Jackson, but he had a better cachet as far as acting ability than Arnold. Arnold is what at the beginning is what Hulk Hogan was trying to do. Arnold just did it better because he was Austrian. He had the voice. He just did it better. They were comparing him to like when Hulk Hogan is on screen. Not going to take this guy seriously. He's a wrestler. They did. This still goes on today because they did The Rock like that. They did John Cena like that. They did Dave Bautista like that. You know what I mean? They do guys that come from other genres like professional sports. They did Thomas Jones like that. They didn't really take him, as a serious actor. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Played for my Chiefs for a little bit. Played for the Jets. But, these guys who come in and they come from other areas, they don't take them seriously. Wrestlers have a hard time breaking into Hollywood because they don't see them as nothing but big dumb jocks with no acting skills. And Dave Bautista, John Cena has proven them wrong. We got Jade Cargill coming up next when she's next to Jonathan Majors in his next film. So, they did Ronda Rousey like that. So this is not nothing new. Let's be for real. This is not nothing new. So what Birdman is saying here is right. Is absolutely right. Yes, WWE films failed, even though I did like the horror movie with Kane. But a lot of those guys can't act. Like they're cool for wrestling to cut, to do promos and shoots and stuff like that. But as far as acting, yeah, they tried to make Triple H. You see how Deuce? You see how that went? Oh my goodness, Triple H can't. Hell, as much as I love Stone Cold Steve Austin, he is not a good actor, and I love. That's one of my favorite wrestlers. Him, Eddie Guerrero, Sting, Undertaker, my favorite wrestlers of all time. Ric Flair. You can't see them past their character on television. And the same thing with Stone Cold. He could not play nobody else but Stone Cold. And he knew that and got right the hell out of Hollywood. So.
Yeah, that 64% is starting to look real generous.
Randy Orton, too.
But if your only source is the drinker, you have no idea that Will is lying to you. He's making it seem as if this film's score is the result of modern film critics when contemporary film critics are the ones that boosted the score to where it is in the first place.
Exactly.
Go on, check for yourself. Almost every bad review of Predator on Rotten Tomatoes is a link that takes you to newspaper articles from the 1980s. So much for that talking point.
Yeah, Death
Anyway,
Race
let's
is
talk
dope.
about this unholy union twixt Predator and
Jason
Disney,
Boyd, what's
shall
up?
we? The movie kicks off on the
Enrique,
Predator
yeah.
homeworld, which funnily enough
Debo
looks almost
Kanak.
exactly like the other planet where the bulk of this film takes place. Hats off
What's
for the
up, D-Sizzle?
imaginative environmental design, chaps. Anyway, for
What?
that reason, I'm going to call it generic alien planet number one,
It's
because
not.
that's all it is.
That
It's
is a
not.
blatant lie.
Hold up. Before you go, Birdman. Number one, you can tell that there's two distinct planets. The planet that the Yautja comes in to make a Star Wars reference is Tatooine from hell. Let's just put it like that. It's Tatooine because I didn't notice this the first time I watched it, but yesterday it has 3 suns and a moon. It's literally Tatooine from hell. That's what it is, because instead of the Tusken Raiders being there, it's freaking Predators. It's there. That's it. There's freaking Predators on that. It's Yautja. You know what I mean? And what's crazy, it's water, because the opening scene, you see the water, the beach separate the actual desert dry land. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever saw, but I thought it was unique because it shows you a distinction from that planet to planet Salvation from hell that they go to in Jenna. So when I tell you Drinker is not only lying through his teeth, every other hole or possibility of his body he's lying from. Like, seriously.
The movie begins on Yautja Prime, specifically the part of Yautja Prime that is almost exclusively a desert biome. As far as we know, Yautja Prime has 2 biomes,
Yes.
a lush jungle and a vast desert.
Yes.
Due to this, there are 2 main types of predators.
Let's get the
jungle
likes up, people.
hunters
Get
and
the likes
desert
up.
hunters. This
Yep.
makes Dek and his brother Desert Yautja, which
Yep.
are different to jungle Yautja, explaining
Yep.
why Dek looks a little different to predators like the one Dutch faced. In this film, we are only shown the Dek.
Well, it has 2 suns. What do I mean? It's like it has, in this one, it has 3 suns and a moon. That's why I said it's Tatooine from hell. That's why I called it that.
Desert area of Yautja Prime. This is important because the planet Dek finds himself for the rest of the movie is a planet with a large variety in its biomes, from a
Yes.
lush jungle to open fields of razor-sharp grass.
Yes.
It could be that because the drinker's clearly using low-quality cam rip footage of the film that he can't tell the difference between the 2 planets, but that's
I told y'all in High CHD's video that this particular, what he watched this mug on is 1, 2, 3 movies. That's what he watched it on. He didn't, he didn't pay any money to go see this. In the words of Raphael, tell me you didn't pay money for this.
it's his fault for stealing this film. Either way, the critical drinker is lying to you.
This is also where we meet our main man, Dek, but henceforth I shall name him Lumpy because it gives me literally seconds of amusement and I need to take whatever wins I can get from this one. Anyway, Lumpy is preparing to go on his first hunt so that he can become a fully fledged member of his clan, but his toxically masculine dad has other ideas and instead
Look,
orders his brother to kill him because he's the runt of the litter.
This is dumb. That whole part about his dad being toxic masculinity, even throwing that in there, just to incite a crowd. That's all it is. Oh, well, they're talking about toxic masculinity. No, in this particular clan, they want the biggest and strongest for their clan. Dek is small and runty, so they don't need him because they feel like he will be the weak link of their clan. This is literally something that goes on with animal kingdoms and all, sometimes in animal kingdoms and all of that, everywhere. So this is just ridiculous. The run of the litter is always the underdog. And basically all this is the underdog story of the run of the litter. Like, what is toxic masculinity? What's toxic or masculine about that? Oh, this is dumb.
Situation soon goes the way of your average Scottish wedding, and Lumpy ends up crash landing on generic alien planet number 2, where his mission is to find and kill the Kalisk, the most powerful and dangerous animal on the planet, and return victorious to generic alien planet number 1 so that he can take revenge on his toxically masculine dads. I mean, call me crazy here, but why not just go straight back there and kill him anyway? I mean, it's not like he's gonna have you back even if you do succeed. Whatever. Let's just go with it so that the rest of the plot can happen.
This sounds suspiciously like the drinker didn't actually watch the film.
Sure in the hell didn't.
Deck's purpose is to be accepted by his clan.
Yes,
Simply
and his
killing
father.
his father doesn't mean the clan will accept him.
Exactly.
He needs to follow the protocols of his race and do the thing that will deem him worthy. You say this as if others within the clan aren't close to as tough as his father. If he offs his dad, but another tough member of the clan assumes his father's role, then he'll have to kill him, and so on.
Exactly.
The goal is to become a valuable member of his society.
Exactly.
Something your audience knows nothing about.
So generic alien planet number 2 turns out to be a hostile, danger-filled hellhole where literally every animal, plant, and object wants to kill you. It's a bit like Australia, except the locals are more friendly. Anyway, this is where Lumpy runs into quirky android lady who was part of a Weyland-Yutani expedition to the planet until her team got attacked and torn apart, literally, by the Kalisk. Oh yeah, and she can speak fluent Predator. How? Don't know.
Okay, now it really sounds like you didn't watch the movie.
He
They
did.
literally tell you how and why she can speak Yautja.
Exactly.
Yautja, renyayonda.
They literally explain it.
Is this better? Universal translation. You hear Yautja, others hear their language. Predatory organisms are
And that's why we can hear her speak English. They literally play it out for you in the movie. And then she is like the quirkiness that she's talking about with quirky android lady is because her mission was to get valuable information about the planet, and being a synthesoid or being an android or being a synthetic or whatever they call it, in this movie, is for her to do research without dying. That's what it is, without dying. If you would have brung, and this is what I was talking about, that why I like this movie and why I understand the PG-13 rating, because they tell you if humans would have got here, they would have never survived. You know what I mean? It would have never survived. And this ship was, I'm sorry, Miss Roberta, this was funny. This was hilarious because she was getting on everybody's nerves, including his, just by talking. And it was funny because you could tell she's a research android. She's not a trained killer android or anything like that. It literally tells you, what her mission is and what the other android's mission is. By using mother, it's there. But when you don't watch the movie, you don't care, and you want to talk crazy, this is what you do. It literally walks you right through
expertise. I've studied Yautja extensively. Here, ask me anything. I bet I have the answer.
You all are going to have to forgive me for using the same cam rip the drinker is using.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, big dog. 1, 2, 3. Hey, sometimes 1, 2, 3 movies comes in handy. Oh, man. Puma Lee, thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. I told you Drinker doesn't like facts. He's a loser. Loser. Let me hook you up, man. Thank you so very much for the super chats, man. You guys have been awesome. Let's go.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
All right. Let's keep going. Thank you so very much for the super chats, man. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been keeping up the conversation and the chat, man. Let's keep the conversation going, but don't forget to hit that like button. Even if you got to go, like it on the way out. Let's keep going.
It's the only way that I can prove this man is lying. I actually have evidence up on my Twitter that I paid for the film and watched it legally.
Japanese.
I'm only doing this to provide evidence.
She makes some vague reference to other predators visiting the planet and talking to her, which makes no sense really because Lumpy's brother specifically
Everyone
said
has
they don't
audience,
go there
right?
because they're all afraid of the Kalisk.
Incorrect buzzer noises. First of all, she didn't say or imply that she spoke to other Yautja. As you saw in the footage I provided, she specifically had to turn on her Yautja specific translator after trying to communicate a few times, which she wouldn't had to have done if she'd been communicating with other predators already.
Facts.
Second, how would the predators be afraid of something they've never actually encountered, Will? Deck's brother only says that he can't allow Deck to go to Guinea, not that no other Yautja ever goes there. I swear, you should donate your body to science. They're sure to find your brain has worse CTE than Antonio Brown.
Also, what are the chances that they'd land right in the very location where she just so happens to be and not just immediately kill her? Matter of fact, what are the odds that Lumpy would just so happen to run into her as well when he could have landed literally anywhere on the whole planet? This was all very lucky, wasn't it?
What is this weird CinemaSins-like question, Will?
Exactly.
If your aunt had a dick, she'd be your uncle. Why are we playing the convenience game when literally every single thing to ever happen was convenient for this specific reality to exist? Say your mom tripped and broke her tailbone just before she originally happened to meet your father. Then they missed their fateful encounter, you are no longer born, and this video doesn't exist. This is not real film criticism, and I need people to understand this. You don't criticize a film for what didn't, could have, or what you wanted to happen. You criticize a film for what did happen. You can play this game with every single movie in history. You like Terminator 2, Will. Why did the T-800 not just go slightly back in time and prevent the T-1000 from ever going into the past by destroying the time machine?
Exactly.
Oh, because it's a causal loop, meaning that doing that would prevent them from ever sending the T-800 into the past to destroy the machine in the first place? Well, that would mean Skynet's entire plan was pointless, because if the time travel in that film is a causal loop and everything that was meant to happen had already happened, then sending the T-1000 back in time makes no sense and the film's logic entirely breaks down.
Facts.
You see how I just ruined Terminator 2? Movies aren't meant to be watched this way. If there is an egregious logical error, then sure, criticize away. But this nitpicky
movie didn't do what I think it should have done
form of media discourse is something that needed to die 10 years ago.
Anyway, pretty soon they strike up a deal. Quirky android lady will help him find and kill the Kalisk if he'll take her back to her base camp so that she can be repaired and rescued. And many wacky shenanigans ensue. They're even joined by a cute little alien named Bud who wants to be part of the gang as well. But can they hope to take down the most powerful killing machine in the universe so that he can finally confront his toxically masculine dad? Is Quirky android lady hiding a secret from Lumpy? And what became of her sister Tessa, who also went missing during the expedition? The answer, of course, is who the fuck cares?
About 95% of the audience that has purchased a ticket on Fandango.
Exactly.
Like I said earlier, your ability to enjoy Predator Badlands is all going to depend on your perspective here. If you're somehow able to forget the whole Predator thing and just see...
Can we use a universal translator so he could sound better? So I don't really feel like throwing myself out of a window trying to get through his commentary? Oh, so annoying.
This film is a generic sci-fi adventure movie with light-hearted comedy undertones that's clearly been geared towards a younger audience, then there's probably some enjoyment to be had here.
It's not geared towards a younger audience. It's really not. Yes, is there some cute, cuddly moments in the movie? There is. There's a couple of moments where it's just cutesy. So freaking what? Doesn't make the movie bad. It does not make the movie bad. It makes it, honestly... Let's just be, I'm going to keep it a buck. It makes it for, let's say, for instance, 10 to 13-year-olds. I wouldn't say a 7-year-old will go see this or a 5-year-old. But let's say, preteen to teenage, age. This could be their introduction to Predator. Let's just say that. Let's say if this is their introduction to Predator. Now, once the next Predator movie happens, or the next thing, they're going to be up in age. They're going to keep growing with the product. You see what I mean? They're growing with the product. That's what you want in a franchise like this. You want He just has an alpha male voice. That voice is annoying. But what you want is younger. You do kind of want younger audiences to find your product and grow with your product, so they mature with your product. So when you have the next mature product, there you go. And you have the next thing. They're growing up with the product. This just oh God. I feel like throwing myself out of a window listening to this. I really do. And Tina, you said it's called suspension of disbelief. And in the movie for a reason. These dillweeds are ruining movies. He's one of the reasons living in these days and times on the internet makes me so disappointed. Because he is disappointed. Just listen to his voice. That voice is talking to women. Just think about that. You're not going to give me any coochie. Rubbish.
This sounds like someone who has made up their mind before the movie ever came out. Something you would never do,
Yeah.
I'm sure. But also someone who is taking a shot at the large majority of people who did enjoy this movie. See, you're doing the same thing you did with Prey. You incessantly bitched about that movie before it released because there was a female protagonist. But when the film dropped, you had no choice but to begrudgingly admit you were bullshitting everyone. I mean, this was your take days before your actual review dropped, where you're...
This is his. Okay. So Prey was not great. Definitely not as bad as the trailer suggests, but overlong and slow, predictable, with cheesy dialogue, heavy-handed pandering to women empowerment, and not great acting and weird attempts to reference to other movies. Better than The Predator, at least. And then it said, well, I've surprisingly good things about Prey. Time to find out whether it's better than the trailer.
very clearly lying to everyone, only to release your video days.
And then it says, Prey, no masterpiece, but surprisingly good. So I finally got a chance to watch Prey, and I have to admit, I was surprised. It wasn't the masterpiece. Could have been done better, but overall, it was a pretty solid film. Join me as we journey back 300 years. See what I mean? Grifters.
Days later with this title. Like, how do you even look in the mirror without recoiling in disgust? Just like with Prey, you're doing a bit where you're trying to gauge the audience temperature before you fully commit to what you actually want to do, which is shit on another Disney product. Just like with Prey, the audience likes this thing, including those in your own audience. So you have to admit the film is good.
Oh, this is on Reddit. The new Predator movie was incredible. Yes, Predator Badlands is that good. This is on his own Reddit threads.
But in a roundabout way, by saying you'll enjoy
Discord
this if you're
whatever.
younger, or if you forget this is supposed to be a Predator project. Bullshit. A good film is a good film.
Fact.
If you don't like it, say that and accept that others have a different opinion than you. That's what a real critic does. Says his piece irrespective of the audience's opinions. You're trying to cozy up to your audience and tell them what you think they want to hear, like the true grifter that you are. And I can't blame you. Grifting does work, and it's given you a lot of success. The only problem is, I'm up your ass like a colonoscopy, and video by video, I'm waking people up to your shenanigans, Will. It's only a matter of time before you're as irrelevant as CinemaSins.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that too.
The visuals are mostly fine. There's fun little action sequences to keep you amused, a likable underdog protagonist with a clear emotional arc, and a well-worn but still effective central theme of friendship, loyalty, and redemption. That's all very nice. And on that basis, Badlands more or less works as a slightly dumb, undemanding, but reliable sort of movie that doesn't ask too much from its audience. Here's the problem though. It's not a generic sci-fi adventure movie. It's a fucking Predator movie, and that name comes with some pretty important expectations. You don't walk into a Predator movie looking for a quirky buddy adventure with cutesy animals and family drama any more than you'd walk into a Saw movie looking for a romantic comedy. Honestly, go watch the original Predator, then skip straight to this thing and just think about what you've witnessed. The difference in tone, style, and intent is more jarring than taking an F1 car to 200 miles per hour and throwing it into reverse. worse.
That's probably because there has been nearly 40 years of filmmaking that has happened between the two films.
Exactly.
We've learned that audiences expect a whole lot more than the simplistic concepts that worked on our parents, and more importantly, that the macho action hero schlock of the 80s
is dead.
belongs in the 80s.
Yeah, it's dead. Again, that's why I brought up the point of talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and talking about bodybuilders, and because they wanted the big action star, you know, Sylvester Stallone. You know, Sylvester Stallone does have has some acting chops, but it was him, you know, a big buff, you know what I'm saying, action star. That's what it is. Just go back and look at Dolph. I'll put it to you like this. I love, for some reason, Masters of the Universe. It's stupid, but I love it. Because does it have some quirky humor from a character? Yes. Does it have a cutesy animal in it? Yes. Does it have a big dumb action star in it in Dolph Lundgren? Yes. But it's in a time capsule. That's why I like it. Because it's a reflection of what I grew up with. That's why I like it so much. Watching that movie in the basis of me, you know, reviewing film and looking at film as a whole, from plot to this to that, that movie would get an F. It would get an F. As far as overall plot details going from the source material, what they did in that movie, F. But for the 80s and for the nostalgia, it's an A for me. And it's A for something that's wrong with me, but A, I gotta watch it. But if I look at it too deeply, it's stupid. It's stupid, but I like it. Same thing with the Transformers franchise is nowhere close to the Transformers I grew up with the cartoons, with the comics, all of that. But you know what? It has a soft spot in my heart because it's Transformers. And this is the best thing I got to Transformers, so I'm going to take it. So I like it for that reason alone. But if I think too hard on it, I'm gonna like, this is dumb. Except for Dark of the Moon. I really like Dark of the Moon. But, you know what I mean? That's the way that I look at it. If you look at it in a capsule, if you look at Back to the Future, the Back to the Future franchise, you know what I mean? You look at certain movies, you look at them like, if I look at this too deeply, I'm going to find so many holes in it. You can find so many holes in it. But if I just turn my brain off and just look at it for what it is, I'm going to enjoy myself. And at the end of the day, movies are supposed to be enjoyed. They're enjoyable movies. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be getaways. That's what it's about. All the rest of that, it's out the window. And you know what's funny, Tina? Me and Mika talked about doing that. I am busy a lot. That's the only reason why, because I don't have a lot of time, you know. So that's the only reason why I didn't do it. Because trust me, I want to do that. I want to do that bad. If I didn't have to, you know, give these people my hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears into the job, trust and believe, I'll be doing a lot on this channel.
Otherwise, you're asking for another generic Predator film, and that's how we got The Predator.
Besides, Back to the
your
Future 3
criteria
is not
are beyond
no.
silly. What
Back to the
40-year-old
Future 2, though.
franchise feels the same in its latest film as it does its first? Like, what are you even asking for? If all you want is the original Predator, go watch the original Predator. Literally, no one is forcing you to watch this. You did that to yourself. You'd already made up your mind to dislike this film 6 months ago. So why did you even go see it? Oh, because shitting on things makes you a lot of money? Well, then, you're not really a movie reviewer, and you should probably stop pretending you are one. There's no need at this point. You're just a right-wing mouthpiece that hates everything that's not like you.
It's insane to think these two movies even belong to the same franchise. Quippy humor and animal sidekicks absolutely do not belong anywhere near a Predator movie. I mean, why do you think Shane Black's film was such a gigantic clusterfuck? I don't exactly consider Prey a masterpiece either, but it definitely is compared to this thing because at least it took itself and its characters seriously. I can't take any of Badlands seriously because the film itself treats every fight and plot event as a joke.
Once again, Drinker is lying to you. The majority of the film's comedic aspect comes from Thea, the android, and the majority of that is front-loaded in her introduction, which is a film technique meant to contrast her against the extremely serious and violent young Yautja.
And to separate Tessa and Thea. And you will understand once you watch the movie, there's a separation of Tessa and Thea.
The beginning of this film, which is roughly the first 22 minutes, shows Deck nearly being killed by his brother in a duel, his father trying to force his brother to kill him, and his brother refusing to do so and getting dismembered and beheaded for his defiance. Then Deck crash lands on a planet where literally everything is trying to kill him, even the grass. None of this is played for comedy, and it's almost non-stop Predator action up until the android appears. The animal sidekick Drinker is talking about is one of the most ruthless and dangerous creatures in the film. So yes, while the film has these moments of levity, the way Drinker describes them is as if they overpower the film, and they do not. This movie has more Predator action than the original Predator film, and that's because this Yautja has a chip on his shoulder and is in the business of proving himself at all times, which makes him one of the hardest Predators to ever do it.
And he literally talks about, this is what I'm trying to do for revenge. I'm going back to, is basically I'm about to prove to my father that not only did I do what you couldn't do, I did it better. You know what I mean? To prove that to his father that you killing my brother was a mistake, and I got something for that ass.
If you're looking for that macho bullshit Drinker is talking about from the first movie, this movie has that. That's why every single non-grifting movie critic is telling you this is a good movie.
It is.
Yeah, the movie was good. And I'm surprised to be saying that, because I went into this movie a little Scrooge-esque, a little humbugging, because from the first trailer, I thought, like, yeah, this could be entertaining, but, the last big screen Predator film, Predator 2018, was unbelievably horrible. That was complete dog shit.
And that would be a good time. No alcohol required.
I can't
say anything more. Like from a Predator fan's perspective, from somebody that just wanted to see these characters like Predators treated as actual characters and not just monsters, which has always been what's made them interesting. It feels like the filmmaking process behind this, they got it. I just had a great time with it.
Yeah,
the music, dude. The movie has an identity. Like they have these chanting themes and shit. My God, man, it was great. I don't think I could say it. I want to go see it again.
Hell, even grifters are telling you this is a good movie.
Exactly.
I enjoyed myself.
What?
I'm a happy Predator franchise.
Oh my God, look at Thumbhead. Oh man, I missed this guy. Oh, look at old Thummy. Look, he recently got his hair cut. Man, that man looks like Mr. Potato Head's black cousin. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm afraid if I follow him or subscribe to his channel just to see when he uploads so I can do reactions, so I could just basically skip Birdman and get straight to him and do my own reactions to it. Yeah, I feel like other grifters is going to start coming because the algorithm is going to think I like this. So that's why I just react to Birdman's commentary on it. It's better that way. So I don't know what movie like. I really don't care. But man, it's good to see Thummy. What up, Thumbs? Man, unblock me from X, man. Come on, man. Let's talk. Let's go on the swings or something. All right, man. Appreciate that super chat. Let's go. Let's go.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
You see how, man, I ain't seen him since he was baking that big ass biscuit, man. Look at Thumbs. Oh man, let's see what he had to say though. Let's keep going.
Fan. 4 out of 5.
What?
Woo!
Oh my God. Hey, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Tell me Tyrone wouldn't look good with the Steve Harvey toupee. Tell me he wouldn't look fly with the Steve Harvey. Oh man. Woo! Oh boy. Woo!
Message.
And don't even get me started on Lumpy's creature design. Like, how the fuck does a movie from 1987 look better than a $100 million Disney project with cutting-edge special effects? How have we gone so far backwards?
Deck appears different than Jungle Hunter for a few different reasons. Firstly, Jungle Hunter is a jungle Yautja, who is a member of a clan from a different part of Yautja Prime. Think of this in terms of dog breeds. One is a Shiba Inu, the other is a Husky. They look very similar, but different, and that's because they're from different parts of the planet and bred for different purposes. Deck is a desert Yautja from a different clan. On top of that, Deck is a runt, and that's why his father wanted to kill him, because being a runt made his father's lineage appear weak. Despite still being taller than most men, Deck is tiny compared to his own brother, who is then slightly smaller than their father. And their father looks like this. Now, I don't know why you've decided to specifically pick on the protagonists of the film when clearly they can over-design a predator in the film. The issue is that Deck looks the way he does on purpose, as it is the driver of the story. He's young and a runt. The entire reason he's sent to the other planet is to prove himself. Like, this is literally the plot of the film. The predator in the original film is an experienced hunter, probably hundreds of years older than Deck. As you can see, Deck's father appears more or less similar to the original film's antagonist and is far more detailed than that character.
I honestly can't emphasize enough how soul-crushingly horrible a downgrade this actually is.
Ironically,
so get the likes up.
Drinker sounds like Deck's father. The entire reason Deck's father hates him is because of how he looks. He is agreeing with the character from the film and the filmmakers themselves, who went for this look on purpose, but is somehow treating this as a negative of the film itself.
It's funny, if you allow people to talk, they just expose themselves. That's it. If you allow people to talk, they eventually just expose themselves. They'll literally tell you exactly what's going on, and they don't even realize it.
You can't make this shit up.
You can't.
Then there's just the stuff that's straight up irritating, the biggest of which is by far quirky android lady.
You didn't think we'd make it out of a Drinker video without some anti-woman rhetoric, did you?
Facts.
Silly rabbit. Also, I thought robots didn't...
I'm about to say, is Drinker gay, and that's the reason why he just doesn't like women like that? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm really curious. Like, is he just gay and that's why he's anti-women? You know, because I know some women that are lesbian, they just do not like men. So is he just gay or homosexual? He just does not like women? Is that it? Like, somebody that follows this guy, let me know. Like, what is this problem with women?
Have genders, Will. See how quickly he abandoned that as soon as it became convenient to do so?
Holy fuck, man. The moment she shows up on screen, my urge to ram my fist through the TV rose about 500%.
Notice how he said TV and not theater screen?
Exactly, because he go
this
pay
man
for it.
stole this film by watching a cam rip, and that's why he thinks Yautja Prime looks like Genna.
Why on earth would you program a synth for a high-priority mission like this to act like some ditzy bimbo with Tourette's?
The movie answers that question too.
Do you know why Mother gave us feelings? So we could understand the creatures on this planet and exploit
them. Literally, I just watched this last night. And not on 1, 2, 3 movies.
Did you watch the movie or not?
The more I think about it,
What up,
the more I
Mrs.
realize
Rocketti?
this is literally a Disney-fied version of the
It's
Predator,
not.
neutered
Nowhere
and toothless, with all the tropes and cliches you expect from a Disney movie. An
Nowhere
emotionally
close.
vulnerable hero on a quest to take down a monster, a sinister family member working against them, a quirky sidekick for comedy
Exactly,
banter,
Q.
a cute little animal friend for merchandising purposes, and a sequel bait ending to help set up an extended cinematic universe.
The Critical Drinker has discovered the hero's journey, a storytelling structure that is true or partially true for nearly every single adventure story in history. What I'm saying is, he thinks he's describing Disney's structure when the only reason he thinks that is because a lot of Disney movies are adventure stories and thus follow that same structure. I mean, hell, he's roughly describing the first Star Wars movie. An emotionally vulnerable hero on a quest to take down a monster, a sinister family member working against him, a quirky sidekick for comedy banter, and a cute little animal friend for merchandising purposes. The main
You can't make this stuff up, man.
difference is that Star Wars didn't end on a cliffhanger, but we all know that spawned a cinematic universe, and Predator is already a cinematic universe, so that's a wash.
The realization that just like Alien, this is what the Predator franchise has devolved into, a financial commodity instead of a sharp and violent artistic endeavor, reshaped and remolded into a safe, inoffensive, focus-tested corporate product, ready to be churned out by the truckload until it becomes financially unviable.
Cool.
Talking about?
Did you just imply the first Predator was a sharp and violent artistic endeavor?
Exactly.
Hey, what do we think of that claim, Jungle Hunter? If the reviews from the 80s didn't clue you in, the first Predator, which I personally liked, was seen as a generic ripoff of Rambo and Arnold's own Commando up until the Yautja appeared. And then it was seen as a ripoff of Alien, but done worse. People didn't even care about the creature. Most of the discussion was about Arnold himself and how, along with Commando, he was doing movies that weren't measuring up to his own Terminator flick.
Thank you. I'm trying to tell you, they did not see him as a bona fide star. They seen him as the big dumb guy. You know what I'm saying? That goes on the hero's journey. Here, let's just for context. Predator fails at its mission, at its entertainment mission. This is by Fred Lust, the Blade critic at large. Predator, muscular Arnold. You see, Predator, quote unquote, muscular Arnold Schwarzenegger's latest action no-brainer for summer at Franklin Park Cinemas, plays like the kind of computerized comic book cross between Rambo and the remake of The Thing, with some feisty touches of the Terminator and Commando. Literally, they did not believe that he was a star who can make movies. Dumb action star, yes. Anything that was a critically acclaimed, emotional, invested movie, no. No. And I want people to stop acting like it was. It wasn't. Nowhere close.
Honoring comparisons to what Stallone had accomplished with Rocky and First Blood. Among its contemporaries, it was seen as a generic action flick that had no real staying power and was then followed up by a significantly worse sequel that didn't even feature the original protagonist. Predators was a return to form, but it kind of came and went, and then The Predator was complete ass. Prey, Killers, and Badlands are breathing new life into the franchise, and if this is where we are headed, well, then you can keep that boomer bait from the 80s, my guy. And this is coming from a fan of the original Predator.
Well, based on the opening weekend projections, that eventuality might come sooner than expected.
You mean the projections that were completely wrong?
Right.
Yeah, you might want to stop talking about the box office, critical drinker. You're like 6 for 24, Kobe. You might want to pass the ball to Ron Artest. Anyway, that's all he had for us today. Your bog standard critical drinker video. Lying about things that can be easily verified, misinformation that makes even the dumbest of us squint our eyes in disbelief, and shitting on the female character in a film for no real reason. The summation of this being a good movie but a bad Predator movie is bullshit. It is both a good movie and a good Predator movie. But the problem is, you have to actually see it to know that. There is a reason this movie is receiving a ton of positive buzz, and that's simply because it's a good movie.
It is.
You know, unlike this garbage.
All right. Damn it, Torian. You said, buckle up. We're going to be here for 2 hours. Damn. All right. Let me do this real quick. Let me take one more short. This is going to be a short commercial break. And I'm going to be right back. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Mac Show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now you can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever on. With only giant hits and legendary stars.
Biscuit. I know it's the truth about it. I love. Oh, how I love this biscuit.
know how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit I know.
This treasury is not sold in stores, and when you call the toll-free number now, you also get another entire album of all-time gospel favorites.
We now return to the Transformers.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it did move. It did move pretty swiftly. It did move pretty swiftly, and I got to go back to work today. So, yeah, just think about who is, Brother Juma. If you think about who is in the original Predator movie, again, now we're looking at nostalgia. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bill Duke, Jesse the Body Ventura, you know, Carl Weathers, the lady who was the who needed to be rescued. She went on to play something, I forgot. But there's a who's who now in that movie that played other parts later on that was iconic for one reason or the other, right? But at the time, no, Bill Duke wasn't a household name like that. Not in major Hollywood, maybe Black Hollywood. Carl Weathers was the man because of the Rocky franchise. Arnold Schwarzenegger was coming off of different movies and stuff like that, but wasn't seen as a bona fide action star. Jesse the Body Ventura, no. Nobody was looking for Jesse the Body Ventura when it came to movies. Now I love Jesse the Body Ventura, but they wasn't looking at him like, oh man, this guy right here is going to push the needle. You know what I mean? This guy right here pushes the needle. No. So it's just funny how especially people who didn't even grow up in that era have something to say. It's wild and ridiculous. Yeah, that was the brother. That was Action Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Did you see how, his career after that? Carl Weathers, RP to Carl Weathers too. Rest in power to Carl Weathers. But you see how his career went even after that. So, yeah, it's just it's wild. But again, another great video by my man the Birdman. Friday we doing utterly Noah's take on Critical Drinker. But I had somebody just not DM me. They put it in my chat about Drinker. I just want to. Let me see if I can find it. So this dude, Mud Crab 3420. This is what he said about the high CHD move reaction video we did. Dude, Drinker hasn't given an opinion of his own for years. Oh, is this? Okay, yeah. His channel is now becoming so successful that he can't afford to have it nuked. So he has found himself a nice fence to sit on. He has guests offer up his opinion, offer up the safe opinion for his use, aka Moeller tells him what to think. So name dropping Drinker these days isn't actually a massive flex that you think it is. No one thinks he is edgy anymore. Remind you, this is a dude who has over 1 million. Just his last video had well over 1 million views. So, yeah. Also, yeah, this movie is woke mess. The Predator exists only to literally carry around the girl boss character. It's a flop. See what I mean? You're trying to say nobody thinks it's relevant or has any relevance, yet repeats the same talking points that Drinker is said. Shut up. And all I responded back was, oh, this is cute. Defending a guy who don't know what he's talking about isn't a flex either. It's sad. And this is how the grifter grifts. And that's a shame. Again, of course we're going to go after these grifty bears. But this is a shame that this is what they result to. Okay, I guess. Again, you can tell these guys don't watch it, or even if they watch it on nefarious means, their whole idea was to crap on it, and that's all they care about.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
All right, we have gone on this journey for 2 hours. Not gonna lie, I gotta get off of here so I can get some rest because I gotta go back to work. So, what did you guys think about this reaction? This is again 2-hour reaction video. We got a lot of stuff accomplished. It was fun. Birdman hits him with facts again. Not only utterly Noah. We got you coming up on Friday. This is just crazy. Even Thumbhead liked it. And he was on I'm talking about the wokey of wokes. But what did you guys think? Let me see. J. Carter said the anti-woke mind virus is something else, isn't it? Luckily, we're starting to contain it. Thanks to you, Noah, the Birdman, the people like that. Exactly. I do the reaction videos to this so I can keep the party going. That's why I like to do it, to keep the party going. That's why I love it. That's what I love. Because if the party stops, man, I'm trying to tell you. I got 2 other super chats. CK Smith, what's going on? Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Christmas came early this year. Drinkers videos from High CHD, the Birdman, and on Friday, Utterly Noah. And I can't wait. I got to see what Utterly Noah is talking about, too. I like his videos. I do. I like his videos, too. And because I already started this Am I a YouTube Grifter series along with his Exposing the Grift, that's why those are like that, and why High CHDs and Utterly Noah's is just part of the videos that I do. So that's the reason why. But I should just make one day I think I might make a whole thread of just grifters. Just all the grift videos, let's just go. Matter of fact, let me hurry up. Let me get y'all out of here. Thank you for the super chat, though.
Gang banging. Gang banging. Gang banging.
Wait a minute. Puma Lee, again, thank you so very much, CK Smith. Puma Lee with the super chat. $5 super chat. Did you see E-Man wants to debate 20 anti-recast T'Challa versus him? No, I did not see that. But E-Man needs to hit Puma Lee. You need to tell E-Man to hit me up. For real. I might, matter of fact, you know what? I might inbox E-Man to see if he'll hit me up. I want to get E-Man on the show. I got some free time this weekend, but I want to get E-Man on the or we could do it pre-recorded, however. But I want to get E-Man on the show. Seriously, let's talk about recast T'Challa, where he was at one time. I want to ask him about, the Fantastic Frankie conversation that he had and how I felt that he caved to that and what he thought about that. It's not a bad session or whatever. It's not that. It's really, if you're going to do a 20v1, at least come holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk, because I want to know, are you really prepared for this? And because I don't, what I don't want, because I'm so invested in recast T'Challa, and he was one of the catalysts that got me invested in recast T'Challa. I'm never going to deny that. Never going to deny that whatsoever. If it wasn't for him and his petition and me having a conversation with him about said petition, then I wouldn't be anti-recast, but I would not go as hard for it. You know what I mean? Because we did have that conversation. I understood what he was talking about. At the same time, E-Man, come and holler at your guy, though. Come holler at your boy. Because I want you to have this interview with me so I can be able to see, are you still on the fence with T'Challa, or you automatically recast T'Challa, or at least get a variant in? You know what I mean? Like, where are you really at? It's all love, though. It ain't, I'm bashing him. I want to, let me get up on here, or no, it ain't like that. I really, it's love. And if you're going to go into this thing, not edit it or anything, are you going to be on your P's and Q's about this? And these are the things that we're looking at, and these are the things that we've already saw that people feel about you. What do you think about that, and what are you willing to change people's perspective of you in Recast T'Challa? And the only reason why I'm saying this, and again, this is love, this is not, and you can tag, email, whatever. I'm not trying to bash him or anything like that. This is love. But I want to be honest. There was a point in time that Chill, Darius, and others were taking the reins of Recast T'Challa, and he was sitting back in the back, like just chilling. And then when it started popularizing and started trending on Twitter, that's when he was jumping in. Yes, you might have made that petition, but why wouldn't you reaching out to other guys like Chillmonger, like Darius for Planet Fanatics? You know what I'm saying? Marcus for Back of the Bus, me. You know what I'm saying? We keeping your petition going. We are here to help you. We want to be allies, but if you're going to sit back and let people just say whatever, and then you wait till it gets popularized and then want to jump in, we're going to look at it differently. We're not saying that you're a bad person. We're not saying that we don't got love for you. We're not saying that we don't feel where you coming from. Also in the realm or in the vein of, you got to take some accountability for just backing up and just letting other people take the reins. Now, was there some extremism, that came from certain people when it came to Recast T'Challa that maybe you seen cast a bad light on you? Yes, and I'm not going to deny that. I've even experienced it myself, so I'm not going to deny that. But E-Man, I want to help you. I want to be an ally for this. But I do have to add to these particular questions, to make sure, are you really just doing this? Because now Dez and Idris and all of that they're really hyping up the hype train. I mean, Damson, Idris, about T'Challa. Or are you going to be TJ and this is just what we're going to get? Find out next time on the next dividing episode of Dragon Ball Z. So, if y'all know E, or y'all like, hey, Dre Mac want to holler at you, I'll hit him up. Hey, I heard you getting ready to do a 20 feet one, man. Hey, come on the show. Let's talk about it. Because I got some questions to ask you. Let them know. It's all good. This is love. This is love. Like I said, I don't have no ill will towards the person. I might not, agree with people's takes, except for Critical Drinker and all those grifters, because damn them. But I'm one of those type of people that I don't have a problem with the people. I have a problem, or I disagree with the take. That's it. That's it. That's all. So if you want to holler at me, man, let them know. Let them know. This is one of the hottest morning shows on YouTube right now. I didn't say it's the most, but it's one of the hottest morning shows on YouTube. Tell him to come holler at me. I just posted, he did a interview with me 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I thanked him for that. I ain't have 100 subscribers, I don't think. So come holler at me, E-Man, man. It's all love. It's all genuine. I just want to be able to see, and the audience want to be able to see where you really at. Or are you really able or really willing to take on this short and chill? Because they can always bring up certain things in this time period that they felt like you wasn't really about Recast T'Challa. You was about just give me a T'Challa. I don't care if it's Junior. I don't care is where it's from. But just give me T'Challa. And some of us don't feel like that's right when it's Recast T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. Not give me what you got. And what you don't got, you can keep. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's my rant. Anyway, thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of The Dre Mac Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe, man. Let me get up out of here, man, because you already know. But yeah, let them know. Hey, I'll reach out to them. Y'all reach out to them. Let them know. I want to holler at them. But for right now, I gotta go.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.